Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Leo McCarthy. I'm a psychic and a medium. I'm a Reiki Master, an EFT Tapping practitioner, and Shaman. In my last episode, I talked about boundaries and what are they. This episode, I want to talk about why we struggle or what is in our way with actually setting these boundaries. And typically, the things that we struggle with the most is the emotional and the spiritual boundaries that I talked about previously. Um, are setting boundaries or trying to set boundaries with, especially with, people we care about or family, those are some of the hardest boundaries we have trouble with. And there's a sense if we set a boundary and we say, let's, like, could be a family member and, they want to talk to you every day on the phone. Maybe you live out of state and they want to talk to you every day on the phone and you enjoy talking to them, but, after 20 minutes or a half hour, conversations go down a road where it may trigger something in you or create a lot of anxiety in you. And this can be very draining and stressful. And so there is a sense that because we have this connection with these people we care about, if we were to set a boundary with them emotionally and sort of draw a line in the sand, we might upset them. And there are these wounds that we've gone through, or many of us have gone through in our life, where we have felt there being like a lack of being good enough or worthy, or a fear of being abandoned, or a fear of loss. And we're emotionally afraid and we're wounded that if we set this boundary, we will lose this person, or they will go away, or they won't like us anymore, or they won't love us anymore. And really, this fear, there's not necessarily a truth behind it, but this is your ego trying to protect you. And so, in a way, you have to sort of get out of your comfort zone from this learned behavior in your past about, either feeling good enough or worthiness, that if you're still working on healing these wounds, you are probably going to struggle with setting these boundaries. And there's a lot of inner work that needs to be done to work on, healing from these things. But the more you heal these wounds of either abandonment or loss or worthiness or being good enough, it will get easier. You will build confidence and you will regain more of your power and consistency and being capable of actually setting these hard perceived boundaries. And the more you set them, the better you will get at it. And the better you get at it, and that's sort of measured, that the success of the boundary is, when you set this boundary, of, let's say, maybe not talking to this person every day, and maybe you decide, I'm going to call you on Wednesdays and we'll talk for a half hour. After going from talking every day and then you skip talking every day and you go to Wednesday, we'll call each other like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you talk to this person and you have a really good conversation. And because you haven't talked to them every day, you've been able to sort of regain a lot of strength and emotional strength in being able to create some resilience, to be able to have a threshold to tolerate a conversation with this person without being maybe triggered as soon as you normally would be had you been talking with them every day, if that makes sense. And so you go and let's say a couple weeks go by and you talk to this person maybe just on Wednesdays, and you find between those two Wednesdays that you spoke with them, they seem, their mood is still good. They seem receptive of us. They don't seem angry with us. And they still seem to still care about us. They seem to love us. And this is the success in you seeing that they're not abandoning you, even though, you set a line or you drew a line in the sand that I can't talk every day, but we can talk once a week and you still love me and you're not going to abandon me and you're still going to pick up my call. Um, so stay tuned and we'll talk a little bit more about boundaries again. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.